Hello and welcome. Oh, what's going on with my green screen again? This is silly, this. I've got to work out how to fix this. I mean, look at the state of that. But hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus and this is Dyson Sphere Program, or it will be in a second. Let's just get it started. Oh, that looks atrocious. I'm going to have to switch it over, which means there's no audio on the testing thing. Brilliant. That's just made it worse. It's doing well. I'm just going to leave it. It's because of the sunshine. It's just incredibly difficult to set the light. I'm literally before the stream, no sun on the windows, and it was, you couldn't see that green screen thing, and the sun's come out, and now you can. I'll get some. I still haven't got curtains for this room. Anyway, let's ignore all my technical issues and technical woes and just get on with the game, shall we? Right, so the plan, the intention, I think, was to actually start sort of building these via the actual proper logistics system itself, like the planetary logistics system. And I've set up some production, so we'll have to go and work out. This is where I need these pins, you see, to work out where the heck everything is when I come back a week later to find that it's all squared away. I thought I built... Didn't I build some actual specific ones? Alright, so we've made the... whatchamacallit, the thrusters and stuff. Have we? Okay. Where the... Have I just not made them yet? Because I don't want to start building them and discover that I've already built planetary logistics for the actual machines. The actual interplanetary, you know. I'm making them already. I was definitely under the impression, have I only done the thrusters? It's fine if, you know, I'm not saying that in a bad way. That's what I was thinking we were going to do. But it looks like there's nothing... Because that's some chips being properly produced, isn't it? And then that's all that. So I cannot see if I've built it. I don't know where I've built it. Okay. Which tends to suggest I've not built it, which is good. Because we can get on with that. No, I can't see any... planetary logistics being produced. Okay. The other option, or the other way to test that... Oh, we're out of power. Oh, was that what I was going to do? That might be our next immediate task, is to set up some proper, like, hydrogen production. We could just temporarily build another, because I got another coal patch, well, I think I got several coal patches. But I've got loads of oil as well, so we could set up some hydrogen crackering, because I think we've unlocked the... Oh, it's got this, yeah, that new recipe, hasn't it? Which boosts your amount of oil. You see, what we could do is use this combination, sorry, this recipe in combination with this recipe to make loads of hydrogen and carbon and just burn both of them. If all materials in this room have been proliferated, okay, that's fine. So yeah, I could just pick a couple of, or maybe these two, oil ones. Let's do that, shall we? Okay. Which means I probably need, unless I happen to have... So what we can do, just to check if things are in the logistics network, is build a logistics thing and attempt to order them. Because then it will deliver them to you, which is both a convenient way of getting the stuff sent to us and also checking whether you're building a thing. So this hasn't made a single one of these. because it hasn't got steel. Why has it not got steel? Okay. Because steel is just pathetic in its production. Okay. And I've not top hatted that, but that wouldn't help. Is that the only steel we've got? I'm hoping it's not too chuggy on the stream. It's chugging for me a little bit. I've got to get this new machine. Hopefully I'll do that during this bit where I'm expecting... Right, let's just grab these. Expecting to... whoops. I have several weeks where I'm not. So I want 2 oil extractors, because there were 2 over there. And then just loads of them. I don't need any of them, but I will probably need some thermal whatchamadoohickeys. These boys here. Well, let's actually just take all of them. Because we can just burn the hydrogen, we don't have to turn it into fuel rods. It's not efficient, but I suppose we have got titanium coming in now, so we could actually do that, couldn't we? Huh. Yeah, it might be worth doing that. In which case, have I got bots? I have. And I've got a couple of planetaries. Okay. So we'll set this up using these wherever they were. Where are they? Are those 2 nicely together? That was it, wasn't it? I think. Nicely together oil, what do you call it? Wasn't there, was it? Thought it was down here. There we go. No? These 2? Yeah, it's these 2. Yeah, okay. In which case, let's build that. So grid lines are going that way. So if we have these 2 like this, I didn't grab any. In fact, I don't think I've got any, have I? Storage tanks. Let's build. Let's just build the 1 storage tank. Where is that gone there? I'll just sort of put the stuff in there, I think. Oh. And these can usually get going with a couple of turbines. It's not quite enough to power them at full power, but it's not far off. And then let's have a look, see. So if I maybe do the actual oil processing that way and have the 2 products come out this way, and then we can put all of the thermal generators there, I think. Now, am I going to bring in titanium? Might do, but let's think about that later. Where did my refineries go? There we go. So, how best to arrange this? Because if I don't know how many I'll need to process it though. So we want them, you know, far enough apart to put everything around them. Then we want this to process the raw stuff, don't we? Yeah. So it needs to grab raw oil, and then it's going to need to put out Let me think. Am I going to convert all of the... I guess I am, aren't I? Because that takes light oil and hydrogen and turns it into carbon and hydrogen. Whereas that just increases the amount of light oil. Oh, it's telling me that again. Yeah, okay. So if we... we want enough output, because we could have the... What's the best way to do that? Because I'm trying to think of doing a slightly different design, basically. So if I have another, you know, to what I did before, just for the sake of it, really. If I have this here, would that work? Maybe if I offset it just by a little bit, or two or so. And that's actually cracking, isn't it? Or whatever it calls it in this game. Oh, it is cracking. Uh-huh. And then if I position... Because what I'm thinking is that the raw oil comes out, say, those two go in that way. That could be closer. But it's probably better if it is closer, isn't it? So if it's there... So this then grabs the raw... Where's my inserters? Inserters? Yeah. That grabs the raw stuff. I don't suppose I could work out the ratio, could I? So, let's have a look. This produces every sort of 4 seconds. So that's they're both 4-second recipes, aren't they? But that takes 2. So that produces 2 from 2. And that produces... So basically 2 is 2 to 1, isn't it? Okay, well why don't we do it slightly differently then? So we could have that be the cracking. And then this one is also the regular. And we could just direct feed it in. Oh, hello Quatch. Look, I'm making stuff. No worries, no worries. Hope you're doing well. I mean, I could just use the design I've always used, but I just fancy doing something a bit more sort of different. So if we had the... Because we also need hydrogen to come out here, basically. Because this is one of the weird things about it. You have to put in hydrogen to get more hydrogen. It's a bit sort of counterintuitive. But we could have the hydrogen come out in such a way. So the hydrogen could be coming this way, for example. And this would be the raw oil, the processed oil. And then, because the hydrogen could go in, and then we could have... Would that make sense? Because then, in fact, if I just put another one down, so we've got enough to mirror. So this middle one is the cracking one. Oh, no, it's the other way around, isn't it? Have I got that right? So that's... I think I got those the wrong way around, haven't I? Because this produces 2 every 4 seconds, and that uses 1 every 4 seconds. Yeah, so it's the other way around. So this one... This inserter is the wrong way around. And this machine should be the raw plasma one. And then this machine should be the cracking. This should be a cracking machine. It's an absolute cracker. That's better. So then the Where is it? There it is. Direct insert, other way around. Direct insert of oil goes that way. We can have the hydrogen coming out the side. We really want the excess hydrogen going out. So this is the wrong way around, isn't it? Because we want to engineer it really that it only sends it one way if it's empty. I think I'm going to over-engineer this, aren't I? But there you go. Other way round. That's this one should be an inserter here, coming across like that. Yeah, and we can use a splitter or something to make sure that this is always fed with hydrogen. So we have like all of it's going to seem a bit weird, but we have all of the. I mean, I could direct insert it as well, but we have all the hydrogen coming this way. Of these two. Put it there maybe. Actually, I probably want that whole belt. Oh no, I can do this now, can't I? Flip whole path. There we go. So we can have the hydrogen actually coming this way. Yeah, and this is where we put the inserter, splitter, because we want some of it to go, you know, for whatever we call it, fuel rod things. Okay. Now this also outputs hydrogen. Yes, you've told me that before, game. Yeah, as I say, it's weird because it takes in hydrogen and then it outputs hydrogen, so it's all a bit can get a bit confusing, especially when you're as confused as me to start with. So that then is all the hydrogen. In fact, you can. If I do it the other way around, it should grab it first anyway. So if this grabs, oh no, I don't want to input it there, do I? I want to output it. Except what am I doing here? Is this an input or an output? It'd be good. I don't know if I'm just being a biff, but they don't appear to show directions on the inserters. And I don't know if that's some silly thing I'm doing. So what am I actually doing there? Because I'm proposing this to be a splitter. Let's just put one in for the time being. Like that. Probably wants to be, say, no, that type of splitter. So yeah, all the output hydrogen goes that way. Then it gets forced, and it gets forced this way. I won't put that in yet, but. So hopefully those are outputs. As I say, it doesn't appear to show you. Well, it probably does, but I just don't know how. So that's the hydrogen, and that's the hydrogen. We also then need to get rid of, or send the carbon for burning, which is probably some other. I always seem to end up with these elevated ones, which I quite like, but right. And so that's the carbon coming out. Like that. Okay. So if I then connect this here. And then this needs an inserter as well, doesn't it? Okay, and power line, or power poles. Say just in that one. Is that going to work? Probably. And actually, if I offset that, I think I can blueprint it. Let's see. Question whether I've got the filters set properly, because that's the oil going across. Okay. So let's see if that will let me blueprint that. Because it's that bit. Oops. Do we use now? Collide with other object. Okay. Shift enter to force the correct path blueprint to be built. So I don't know how many I need. I guess I could try and work it out. So this is producing, well, it will do when it's properly powered, but 3 plus, well, effectively they're 6, aren't they? 6 a second. And this will burn through. Wait. So it's half of 1 a second, isn't it? Because it's 2 every 4 seconds, so it would be 1 every 2 seconds, half of 1 every second. I'm making 6, so I would need 12 sets of this. 1, 2, 3. So I've got 3. Could I put them on the other side? Why has it not put the inserters on there? Is that the bit it was moaning about? Because yeah, I need to get rid of that carbon. Could we put one on the other side? It's going to be quite long, isn't it? Because that's only 3 of them. I'm going to have to landfill this little bit here. So, and it's missed this inserter as well. What are you doing, game? It's not the lazy bots, is it? If it's the lazy bots, I can complain to management. So that'd be 4. Oh, it's doing it again. What is wrong with it? That'd be 4. That'd be 5. And that'd be 6. So that's only half. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. That's fine though. We can just leave it to run at half speed, but and come maybe double it up later. See these bots, you see. You always got to keep your eye on your bots. Yeah, so let's sort of hook this up going the other way. So in theory this should be carbon. So it seems to have put the inserters in that time. Okay. So that's hopefully carbon. And then we're going to have to hook this up. Can I get you to... No, other way around, please. No, you don't like that. Is that too short? No, you don't like that either. What do you like then? Right. In that case, let us do that. And then that. See? See? It's not that complicated. Right. And I need to set that so that the priority is that one. Make sure you do that one. The question then is, am I just going to burn it all here? Burn all of the things? Burn all of the things. I mean, I should turn it into hydrogen fuel rods anyway, I think. But I might want to sort of stick it in a whatchamacallit, in a what do you call them? Planetary logistics, so that they you know, so I can use it elsewhere as well, type thing. But priority is really just the power, I think, at the moment. If I just put a big old stack of burners here, say, do us 5. See, I don't ever get why it does that collide with other object thing. Does it mean the... Yeah. But then why is that... Oh no, they are the same. No. So not there, there. Okay. Let's just put 20 in. I never know how quickly it burns the carbon. I'm sure you can work it out if you're clever, but I'm not clever. Right. First 3 is the fast ones. These guys keep coming over because I think I keep wandering into the carbon zone. Well, their delivery range, basically. Okay. So then we want some power connections. Let's put one, say, in fact, can I just put a turbine in there? Or in there, maybe? Connect everything together. Are you connected? You're connected? Oh! I've not put the crucial inserter that inserts the oil into the oil processing machine appears to have been missed. So let's fix that. There we go. So nowhere near enough juice, but it should hopefully sort of, you know, speed itself up as it makes things. Oh, we can always connect it to, well, we need to connect it to the other system anyway, but... Right, so the question here is, do I bring some titanium over and make it into the rods? There you go, so the first bit of hydrogen, which it will send down that way, which that one will grab. And then it will start. We'll get more carbon out. That carbon will go that way. Cool. I think I am. I think I'm going to do that. So, how do we do that then? If we... I could actually, what I could do is we could put it in an interplanetary. Yeah. But do I want to put the hydrogen in? Or do I want to put the actual... So is it I mean, how many of these could I support in theory? So we know it's only, so I'm sending down 3 oils. Well, I'm processing 3 oils, I think, per second. No, I'm not. I'm sending down. I'm only producing 1.5, I think. Because I've got 6 of them, haven't I? So it would be, yeah. One and a half of that recipe per second. So it's One hydrogen. Oh, I can't do the maths. I think the old, my favourite, you know, satisfactory Factorio calculator actually now has Dyson Sphere Program on it. Right, so let's just sort of throw something together, I guess. But basically, if we send hydrogen that way, once it's got itself all running and all built up and there's loads of hydrogen waiting for it, and then we'll have a... I'll put the interplanetary here, so that if I decide to do it, I can easily add the... You know, I can stick another splitter in there, send hydrogen into that. I'm not going to do that for the moment, because what I want to order in instead is some titanium. We will have that coming in like properly from the remote machine. We don't want 50, we don't want 100 of them, do we? We want like 20 of them or something, if that. So it brings in titanium, and what I'm thinking is, you see, we stick the fuel rods in here, and I guess it would be both supply, because it's used. I mean, my like blueprint I've got for the planets basically. It actually has. Let's just make a bit of space like that. Yeah, it has. In fact, this doesn't want to really be here at all, does it? If I was putting a splitter in, where would I put it? In fact, let's just put a splitter there and just not hook it up. Let's do that. So if we've got a splitter here, so that's there, and then we would want, say, well, we could put that there maybe. Have we got the positioning right? Because we want the titanium, really. I haven't, have I? Want the titanium coming out of there. So this needs to be one up, I think, if I can do that. So not there, but there. And is that enough space for you to do a... It is, okay. So if we put that there, like that, then we can have hydrogen going that way, and we can have our fuel rods going that way. This is our titanium. They're quite slow to produce, I seem to recall, but let's just check. Yeah, 6 seconds, so it doesn't matter that this is going to be all level 1 belts. But it's going to be a bit weird, because I'm then going to send it out again. Because I do want to burn the hydrogen as well. So I'll have that coming back out again. So it's really the excess will be the build-up, I guess. So we have this here. There's no power on any of these. Why is that? Because I thought they powered themselves. Or is that just a lack of... Oh, the red's a lack of supply, I think, isn't it? Yeah. So this is cripplingly low power. Let's just connect it to the main system. So at least start running. I could extend this wind turbine field as well. If it'll let me find a spot to put them in. Yep, there we go. Too close. How could it be not too close there, but too close there? What are you on about? There we go. Ooh, actually, I can get that a bit further over. So let's put that up like that. Just a tiny little extra boost. But let's just leave it. Yeah, so it's finally got enough, I think, to at least get it started, and then it will actually feed back rather than feed forward, if you see what I mean. Okay. Oh, we've done a research. And then that's going backwards. Cool. Yeah. In fact, let's use tab. I mean, 6 would be 1 a second, I guess, in theory. Oh, it didn't build the other one. Why not? And it's built that one in the wrong place. Okay. Why have you not got the recipe? Oh, because I didn't set the recipe. That would be why. And this is the type of thing I should be proliferating, really. Do that there. Have you got any titanium? You have. Why are you not outputting it? No, you haven't. It's coming in. Might increase that, actually. In fact, both of them. Okay. And is it got... We don't want... We want vessels to be, for this one, to be a bit more generous with their coming and backing and forth rather than being completely full. Because we want it to keep bringing stuff in rather than necessarily. I'll just tidy these belts up a little. Cool. And then... Where have they gone? There they are. All the way around. Should I try and line them up? Yeah. Can't because it's across a boundary line, but we'll put them there. I bet you're going to moan about being too close, aren't you? No, it's fine. Okay. I think they're just far enough away. Oh no, it's connected. I was a bit worried. It wasn't connected. Right. Yeah, collide with other objects. Of course that's what you're going to say. I guess we'll just put 10 of them in for now. Oh, finally coming through. So this is all backed up. Why are you not running? You're not running because you've got nowhere to put stuff. Because you're full. Because I did not get the inserters right. Okay. So why has that not worked? Oh, that might have been what it was moaning about. Because this doesn't have a output. That may well have been what it was moaning about. So, no, that one, and that one. Yeah, because they've all ended up full. Okay. Looks like this is probably about as much as the belt. Oh, well, I suppose it's all backed up, isn't it, because of it having accumulated, but I was thinking that it might actually exceed the... Yeah, no, there's loads of room. So I could try and do a mirror one if I wanted to double this up. Because you can see here, it's only using half of this belt. Oh, is everyone running? You seem to be moaning about something still. You've got loads of... Oh, I haven't connected these either. Why is that not connected? So yeah, it could be this belt that's the problem. This could be overloaded. We could always put, you know, like a secondary, you know, like Factorio style, just weave the belt across. We'll have to wait until these have all dumped out what they stored up, basically. Does look like that's too much, doesn't it? Okay. How about you? Yeah, because I don't think this is ever going to empty. Okay, and that is halfway down, is it? So 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's difficult to count them. So 1, 2, 3. No, middle one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind that. In fact, I could try stacking them. I never have much luck with stacking, but could maybe stack them. I just think because this is actually not... And it would make sense if we had, you know, we didn't need to put it through this, because this, if you think about it, it's going to have to produce enough hydrogen to, you know, over-sustain it, otherwise they've not balanced it properly. So if we sort of put this going into here, do I like that, or would I? Yeah, let's just stick it in there for the time being. It's pretty ugly, but yeah, and effectively this is, you know, providing enough hydrogen to hopefully feed these machines and maybe a little bit extra every so often. I never put power on that, did I? Pop a little power there. Now, have I got enough carbon? I have not. But yeah, this is probably, I mean, you know, I don't think we've got enough, because these are actually only running at 75%. They're only 0.75 speed. Aren't these like 10 each though? Isn't every one of these 10 each? They are. So there's no way this belt's going to deliver that much, is it? Can I, how much? I've got 15, okay. So if we, well, certainly up to say halfway. How much is that? I've not got enough. Okay. So let's make more. How much have I made? None. Still chugging away on the basic motors. Oh, I've got hydrogen there. Put that in there. So another thing I like about the splitters, you don't have to worry about speed on you don't have level 2 splitters or anything. They're all just the same, basically. So we might have to increase the speed of that belt as well, because I'm not sure. Hopefully we're okay. Yeah, I think it's just getting rid of what it stacked up while I was messing about. I can't remember whether these just run at 100%. I don't think they do they? Okay, is this empty yet? Not yet. Is it going down? 29, 28. Yeah, so it is slowly emptying itself out. Cool. Yeah, I think that's almost exactly a belt's worth. Right, so hopefully that's helped with the power situation. Let's have a look. We're about 3/4 of our power. So these are not all running. I think that's okay. I could always like bolster it with regular carbon, and maybe I want to double this up anyway because we're not using all this oil. I think that's fine for now. Yeah, only 4 of those are. No, well, I suppose this one does occasionally get one. But we've stacked up now. We've stacked up. Have we got any in storage? Got any? Yeah, couple in storage. Awesome, awesome. I might just chop this off, and I've got some more for me. Right. In that case, let's have another check. See if I was being a complete biff. And I am actually making... I don't think I am. I think that's why I was stood next to the machines making the planetaries. I think all I'd actually done was this. So we need to set up production of the planetaries as well, and interplanetaries. And once we got them, we can go and make sure all of the, which is probably an off-stream thing. I don't know that that's that interesting, but I can go to the other planets and just exploit the heck out of them. Put down more of my blueprints. No, isn't it? To do the basic processing and get it all flowing through the system. Let's investigate this. I say I can't see it, so I think we are safe to build planetary and interplanetaries via logistics. But it is moaning about research too slow. Is that just because I've only got half the number of yellow labs that I need? But it's moaning about it. We've not actually got any research running. Yeah, it's because I've set up these as twice and this is only like once. I've got some more. How can I actually stack them though? Because it's not actually enough room to put one in there. I positioned that badly, haven't I? Positioned that very badly indeed. Because I don't think I've No, I'm 1 short on the research, so I could do actually 2 more on top and then do a 3rd stack. I would need some more though, wouldn't I? Because that would be... Because I need 16. So that's now 6, 12. So another stack of 4. So that's 2, 4, 6, 12. And then a 4. But yeah, because other option is I just tear that up. And we can slot it in there. Is that going to... Yeah, let's do that, actually. Let's do that. So put 1 there. 4. Oops. And then here. And then here. And I still won't have enough. I'll be too short again still. But I mean, I'm not producing enough, I don't think, of all the crystals and stuff, so to support this, but yeah, whatever. And then we might as well do that. And I guess I could have that go across there. We've lost all the inserters, which is fine. Put them in there. Oh. There. Put your diamonds in, and your crystal-y things in, and then inserter. Why are you not? There. Okay. Oh, it won't let me copy them, will it? Because of how it's stacked. Let's just do it by hand. Probably need another power pole in there, maybe. Somewhere. Like that. And then output. Come on. Like that. Oh, no, I don't like that. It's uneven. No, it's got to be in the middle. It's got to be in the middle, I'm afraid. There you go. Oh. So we need 2 more labs. So we'll pop over that. Because they're just over here. Nice and close. So we want 2 of these. Bosh. And then we'll queue up some research. We will queue up some research. There we go. Okay. So, do we want to do research? Or do we want to do buffs? Because I need purple for that. And purple for that. But we could do that one. It's a bit quicker. I think capacity is always useful, isn't it? We might as well put these on. We're building the cubes. In fact, let's do that one first, though. Let's do energy circuit. Oh, core level 4, which is that one, isn't it? So we can't do that one anyway. Okay. Drive engine, core 4. I guess we could do another construction. Let's do stacking. Do I want to increase the range? Let's just do the blueprint one then. So purple is needed for more upgrades, really, more useful upgrades. But what we really want is that there. So let's have a look. If we do that one for sure. I thought I'd started researching that actually. Because you also need to do some stuff on here, I think. But anyway, let's have a look at strange matter, warping. Yeah, because there's an input coming from that one. But yeah, let's leave that for now. Can I do that actually? I didn't look at the recipes. Yeah, it's all yellow. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so it's only running at half anyway, I think, because there's just not enough happened basically. Let's grab them. I never tidied that up, did I? Right, let's see if it's made any planetaries. It has. Okay, 3 of them. Excellent. 9 of those. Awesome. Okay. Now I'm going to make these next to the actual drones, because we could then start feeding them in. Because don't have them going into an interplanetary yet, you see. So we couldn't order drones between planets. Can you do that? I can't remember if you can do that. Because it does count them as cargo, doesn't it? Yeah. So you should be able to stick. It's your classic building game. You know, how do you stack 100 boxes inside of a box type thing? But apparently, you can always do that in building games. Oops. Right. Okay. Okay. Where do I want to build it then? Might landfill here. I've not really built that in a very sensible place. I should have put it more there. Oh well. Oh well. Because I'm wondering if I try and build the planetaries and interplanetaries here, going in the opposite direction, and then I can say just sort of feed them across. Because which one's got which in? This one's got... Oh, it's got both in. And then it's also got the thrusters, you see. In fact, it's got steel and stuff as well, isn't it? Yeah, let's try and do that. It might get messy, in which case I can just tear it up and build it somewhere else, but... Let's flatten this off a bit. Okay. Just a bit there. I was reading some reviews for... So back in the day I was a big fan of Company of Heroes, the first one. Never really got on with the second one, I don't quite know why, but... used to really love the one, first one. And they've done a third one, but it seems like they've tried to ape. I did worry at the time when it was sort of mentioned, but they tried to ape Total War and do like a campaign map type of thing. And it doesn't sound like they've succeeded to the extent that it kind of hurts the game. Would that be in the middle? No, that's... Where's the middle? About there, maybe? Yeah, because it's not... It's got some really... No, it needs to be further over. really middling reviews. In fact, some of them are fairly negative actually, which is very disappointing. It felt, because it got a massive delay, like a really long delay, and the power went orange then. Why did the power go orange? Oh. Is this new power stuff not enough then? Where did I put it? See, pins. You need pins. This is what we need. Alright, there's not enough carbon to support that many. There's loads more hydrogen. Can I do it remotely? I can't, can I? So maybe if I swap them over. Okay, it's going to do that. Hopefully I'm going the right way. Yep. Yeah, got too much carbon burning. Not enough hydrogen burning. Oh, I don't know. Wait, why is that saying... Oh, it's not actually getting enough hydrogen coming down. Okay. I got the ratios wrong, haven't I? But then it was just a guess, so maybe in that case, how could I do that better? How could I do that better? Simple solution is just to break that off earlier. But I could also put in a fairly complicated logistics types, logic type splitting. Why would that be? So this is doing a single craft and making one hydrogen. So for this recipe, so it's making one hydrogen a second each craft. But this needs 2, and so I'm feeding it into 2. So it needs 4 a second. Wait, is there going to be any excess hydrogen? So you're getting 1 out every 4 seconds. And then I'm taking 4. Oh, but it's double, isn't it? So 6. So should only be 2 hydrogen left over. Yeah, so probably actually it's only this last set of machines that... Yeah, probably only that last one actually. So it's probably not quite enough. So this one may not be running up. Yeah. Yes. We'll leave that, see how that does. I think basically if I did a different splitter and had it just come down in parallel and feed it in, and then we can have it, coming out, the excess coming out. In fact, given there's no belt there, I could actually feed it in, couldn't I think, because that would... No, it won't go under, because it's too close. But I could extend that, and we could have it come down here and feed in. Yeah, it's fine. We'll see how it gets on. They're all running now, apart from that one. Why are you not running? Oh, right, it's not fast enough. Okay, right. Let's upgrade the belt then. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's go back to the main point. Don't actually know. Am I actually burning all the hot coal here as well? No, nowhere near. So I could put some more in here, couldn't I? Oops. Messy, but it'll do. Right. I think I've gone completely the wrong direction there, haven't I? Where's this build? It's over there. There we go. Yeah, completely the wrong direction. Oh. Okay. Now then. If you were to make planetaries, how would that work? Because we would need planetaries, say, coming that way. And just leave a bit of room. If you're going to make planetary logistics stations, you need all sorts of things. So these two both need the... Oh, that's a point. I'm not making particle containers. I'll have to sort that out. We're just going to leave the orbital collectors for a while because they're a lot more complicated. But titanium, steel... The weird titanium, melted titanium. So we need particle containers because we got that there. So actually, maybe I need to think about this on being on the inside. There, say. So if you're making planetaries, you would need steel, which we got there, titanium, which we're not ordering in, but we could do easily. I keep forgetting that we've got the fourth slot in them. What else do you need? So you need... So we could order Titech processors and particle containers. Processors we're ordering in here. So, if we turn that into titanium alloy, do we want to do it that way? I'm just thinking that it might be more sensible to bring it in there. And also add particle containers for whenever we make them. Well, I don't think we're making them anyway. So we want to set this as low as we can. And then work out ratios. So it's because it's huge. Yeah, we need loads. And in fact, this does... Wait. Oh, that one doesn't need... No, it needs to process... Okay, so it's that one that needs the... Okay. So why don't we take that off there? So if that brings those in, we could potentially feed the drones in here. And then this one can make... Well, let's put both on. And then also bring in the super titanium. And we've got the thrusters. So if we put the magnets on and the other thing it needs, which I've forgotten, the charged magnets. Well, let's leave that for now. Because whether we move charged magnets around or just regular magnets, I'm not sure. Okay, so that's that research. Okay, let's start with a basic one. Do I want more than one machine making these? 20 seconds they take to make. So 2 would be nice. And what do they need? They need steel, titanium. Wait, was it titanium that I should have added on? It is. Okay. Oh, that's got that stuff, so I don't need that. So maybe instead I bring the motors in there. And then, yeah, let's do 1,000. Bring them in for when I make them. I'm not actually making them yet. But titanium. Yeah. Do it the other way around then. So the bots, thingies, and now this is titanium. Okay. Because you need steel, titanium processors, and the pink guys, and this has got the pink guys. Yeah, okay. Because we want steel, which I think is in here. Yeah. And processors, which I think is in here. It is. Oh. I say in here, I mean numbers are tiny, so it's not really. Titanium I've just added there, haven't I? What ratios you got on them? What do you need more of? More titanium, okay. And the pink boxes, or whatever they're called. And so that's the output. Those are the 2 inputs for that side, and that's that one. Why did it not? It's being weird. It's being weird. Power that. Power that. So it's lacking steel, but I think steel's just lacking anyway, isn't it? I don't think there's that much steel being made. Just like one production area. So you've got loads of iron. So I could literally go and add steel on there. Just as a direct feed, because that's right next to me. Whoops. So we could make steel. Oops. Here. So I think that's not from, yeah. So that's from iron rather than steel. Rather than iron ore. So we just need to be able to line those up in a non-stupid way. Given it's going across a boundary line. I think that might be okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. Jump, jump, jump. Because that isn't steel just 1 to 1. No, 3 to 1 and 3 seconds. So it needs 1 a second. So I'm not sure that belt's fast enough, in fact, but we shall see, we shall see. Yeah, you see this one's not really getting anything, so... Well, is there any point in that? Because this is only making 2 belts worth. But yeah, anyway, let's put some more drones in. I mean, that'll be the other problem. None of these have got any drones in. Let's just fill it up. We're going to fill you up as well? Yeah. Crikey. So not really even hitting power production anymore. Okay. Suppose this is probably still charging, isn't it? Where's my thing? He's got that out. Okay, so this needs to be demand. Cap them both at, say, 2,000. Probably going to have to... No, it's just lack of drones, isn't it? There we go. Put more drones in. If in doubt, more drones. If in doubt, more drones. So, demand. So we're not making the blue motory things anyway. But that's tiny production, I think, as well. So, demand. Supply. Okay. Might have to bolster those. Oh. Better. Okay. Now, if we wanted you to make yeah, we wanted you to make these. How long do they take to make? 30 seconds. So if we're making 10 seconds to make them. So yeah, we would have excess if we just had one of these making the thing. In fact, we would if we've got 2, wouldn't it? Because we would need 1 every 15 seconds. And if we're making it, yeah. So if we have two machines making. Hello, Mia. Oh God, yeah, I ended up falling asleep. I was really tired yesterday. I was like one moment and out the next. That's no problem. Don't worry. I'm sort of glad that my voice is soothing enough to send you off to sleep. So this is just pink, whatever these are called again. Particle doobly thingies, aren't they? So we could have the machine making whatever they're called, orbital connectors, just literally like here somewhere, grabbing from the line. I think they're probably too far apart, aren't they? Because all that, well, I'm going to have to do a weird thing where I bring them in if I do it that way. No, I think I'm going to have these. Am I going to do that? No, it's just. Always feels very wasteful putting these on a belt, and you know, having a big string of them on a belt. It just seems, because there's so much resources in them. Oops. It's like, it seems too much. What we could do, you see, oh, I shouldn't have done that. What we could do, remove the things. There we go. No, wrong button. There you go. Could do is direct feed them across, because they're slower. Do I need more space? Maybe. Because they're slower to make. So it will always have a slight excess, and I've got the wrong recipe on. So if this is these, then it will always be sort of slower, because they require one every 30 seconds, but it makes one every 20 seconds. So there'll always be, occasionally there'll be one extra. Let's give that a go. I can always put them in a box as well and just, you know, use that system. But in fact, that might not be a bad idea, because wait, what? In fact, that's the pink ones, isn't it? So why don't I put it on this side? Like that. Will that reach across? In fact, I need to put it then there. So if this is the interplanetaries, and have it draw. Oh, I can't, because that's in the way. Let's rearrange these inserters. So this output's there. No, it's not going to be enough room no matter what, is there? Because okay, going to have to offset them, I think. So we go back to what we had before. Output, input, input, output, input, input, and we'll just move this down so it's offset like that, and then it can grab from that belt as well as from this belt. It needs an output, so I'm going to have to rearrange these again, aren't I? So if this is then... oh, crikey. That was very loud. Auntie K for the raid, thank you very much. Hello, how are you doing? Oh, hydrate. Yes, thank you very much. Not drunk in a while. Blimey, I think I need to adjust my levels on my notifications, because that's incredibly loud. Hello, Auntie K, how are you doing? What you just been playing? And were you having a good stream, or had a good stream? Oh, I can't get. Oh, you're playing Dyson Sphere as well. Cool. Yeah, are you enjoying it? And just Lady D, hello. Yes, indeed, my radios are all very tired, need feeding and watering. Alright, okay. It's Zombie Roni, hello? We're playing Dyson Sphere, cool. Oh, and the follow as well, thank you very much, very kind. Are you particularly sort of experienced with Dyson Sphere? Have you played it through before, or is this the first time? Or and don't worry if you need to go, because I assume you're ending your stream rather than pausing, as it were. But don't worry if you need to go. Yes, loving it. I have some pros in my stream, so they will be very most kindly likely offering some very helpful hints. Okay. New, so only 500 hours into the game. Oh, great. I think it's a lot more than me, but I've a lot of hours in Factorio, so sort of hopefully fairly okay with concepts. But I played this through a couple of times. I wouldn't, just for fun mostly. I think I've actually only built one actual Dyson Sphere, because first time I played through it was literally brand new, and you had to put all the inserters on manually, and it was just, well, literally I got RSI in my fingers from clicking on all the inserters coming in. So I guess over 3,000 hours. Wow. Yeah, I got that's what I got in Factorio. I got 3,000 plus hours in that. So actually knows quite a lot, except restraint in over design. Oh, you've got to over design everything. If it's not over engineered, then it's not engineered at all. That's what I always say. Right then, so we're trying to get these on the go. We've not got the, so we need the, where the heck am I bringing in? Oh, it's here. Okay. In which case, it'd be better. I'm going to have to spaghetti it around, aren't I? Okay. No problem. No problem. So let's take that over there. What I do need, I keep forgetting, well, I need to do some proliferation. I've not put any proliferation on at all. In fact, let's actually use the hop, skip and a jump feature. There we go. Take that round to here. Of course, over design is DSP. How's your stream going today? Not too bad, not too bad. I'm a pretty small streamer, so I mean, Quatch is one of my regulars. Tends to like a bit. But yes, it's not going too bad. I need to. My biggest problem at the moment is basically my machine is very, very old, and I really need to upgrade, and it gets a bit stuttery. So apologies if there's any performance issues with the actual stream itself, but so that's kind of the thing I need to fix. Basically, I need to spend some money and get a new machine, because all the bits are oh crikey, it must be 10 years or so old now. The same thing, mine's 10 years old and just bought a new PC. Yeah, it was pretty much identical then. I mean, it was top of the range, when I put it together, but it's just so, just they get so old that, even though it's, processor speeds haven't technically increased, they're not as efficient and stuff. So I think we're set up. We're just not making the particle containers. And am I making blue motors? No, I'm not. Okay. So I need to make. I thought I was making them. Is it just that I've not put enough drones in them? Because we've got motors, green. Oh no, we haven't got blue motors at all, have we? Because basically, I'm trying to get the automated production of like interplanetary and planetary logistics. I've done the drones already. They're over here somewhere. No? Yeah, they are. So got the drones on the go. So once I've automated them, I'm going to start, because I have, last time I played, I did come up with some blueprints, and in fact it'd be the next one up, wouldn't it? So I've got a sort of a North Pole and a South Pole design, so I can set up planets. I took the wrong approach, if I'm totally honest, with the blueprints, because I started making bespoke ones for all the things, and I just got bored. So it all kind of runs out. So it goes up to blue motors, and there's no chemical stuff in it. Well, actually there is, isn't it? Graphene, but I'm not making. I've not got templates for any of them because I kind of realised a better approach might be a more modular one where you can just have the side build. So these like the extensions effectively and just chain them along rather than build the entire thing new. But yes, that's what I'm aiming for, but I'm missing the blue motors and the particle containers, and I haven't got blueprints for those, I don't think. Oh, I have got blue motors, okay, so should be able to get them down, but not particle containers. Okay, now does that require a direct feed? What does that look like? Yes, I've got direct feed on it, so I could maybe try and slot it in here somewhere. Might have to do some land filling. We're trying to, and also the sort of next science goal is green, warpers and green science, because there's not actually that much copper in this system. I don't know if that's a change they made to the production, to the starting defaults, but there's only a couple of million copper. Here's my blueprint, keep deleting and redoing them. Well, then, I mean that's what they're there for. Keep redoing them, making them better, optimizing them all the time. I've just flown off in this direction, but I don't know if it's where I'm going. Yes, it is. Okay. Because what I normally try and do is certainly the home system, or what I've done normally. That implies I've done it a lot, but is set up the home system so that the other planets, like the highest level product. I know people do entire blueprints for entire planets, but I don't think I'm going to do that sort of thing until like the game's in 1.0, because I know a lot of YouTubers and Nilhouse obviously do downloadable blueprints, but feels to me like I need to wait for the combat update, because it feels like from what they've said about how that'll work, designs may need to have like defenses integrated, because I get the feeling it'll be that the enemy, which I think is going to be kind of drone based, sounded a bit like it might be like a von Neumann machine type idea, where it just sort of attempts to wipe out your planet and just slowly encroaches on your system, and turns it all into machines for building more enemies type of thing. But anyway, let's get that built. But yeah, I suspect that therefore they'll come and turn up at your planet and sort of destroy what you've built, basically. So if I plot that in there, it gives me a little bit of room for messing about with belts. But yeah, so I'll probably end up with the other planets in this system. So Chu 2 and 3 will be making like motors. So like I'll probably dedicate one of them to motors and sort of one of them to maybe chemical stuff or something like that. But and then ship all of the raw resources in. But say we've only got 1.3. In fact, we're quite low on iron ore in total. So yeah, I don't know if I was just unlucky or they've sort of shifted the balance. What am I missing? I'm missing a blue power pole. Let's build a few more of them. They're going to be an interesting rebuilding for sure, yeah. I quite like the blueprints, especially now they fixed, because when they introduced it you couldn't really chain things properly, so it wouldn't overlap belts. But now that they fixed that, what are we missing? Oh, right, belt. Okay. I think it's a really good system. I really, really like the fact that it's simple text files that you can just, you know, pass between each other. I think that's a really, really, really nice little touch, because the gibberish that is the Factorio blueprints is always a bit of a pain. And the satisfactory idea, I mean, I get why they've done it, but you know, needing those, well, you don't need the second file, but the sort of config file or whatever it's called. Okay, let's put you some drones in. Let's just plot 50 in, I think. Should I put any vessels in? I mean, it's not currently bringing anything in remotely, so let's just leave that, I think, then. Supply, demand. Why are you not getting any magnets in? Have I not put those in station? So my thing that I really want is a pinning system. You see, I got the old north and south poles with the line. I want to be able to put a pin in, and it does a little line that, and you can colour the pins, so you can see where everything is, just as a quick glance. So you can just put a pin in, and you can put a little flag on it, say, and it, you know, you can set the flag to be steel, and then you'd know that this is my steel one. Because unless, didn't they? Either that, or if you're able to colour in the logistic. I know you can do colour concrete, but landfill, rather, colour landfill, but it's a lot of landfill to do that. Now, where are magnets? So that's, why are you not oh, there's 2 drones in it. They're not gibberish, you just have to code them. It's not encrypted, just compressed. Oh, right, okay. I've done it to swap parts away out in the whole blueprint. It is 100% annoying to do, though, especially if you're not doing it often. Yeah. Oh, it's set to storage. That's why it's not getting any in. Let us grab some more drones. That's probably a bit many. I'll leave the vessels. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I assumed it was decodable sort of thing, but yeah, it's a sort of a complex. I suppose it's good in a way that it's a compressed thing, but they've got these little extensions because there's like a ratio that when I build them, because that requires 3 seconds and 2, and that takes 2 seconds, so it's like half of 1 a second, and you can just do the maths, and you basically then just stack them up. So if you have like 1 extra, and I can't remember what the exact numbers are, but basically if you have, I think, 2 of them, then you get excess. Is that right? Because 2 would produce 1 a second, and it needs 2 every 3 seconds, so it's only 1.5 or 2/3 of 1 a second. So if you have 2 of them, you'll get excess of them, but then that requires 2 in 2 seconds, and it takes 2 seconds to make, so you need like 5, I think, is it? 5 of them, and that gives you excess so that you can actually send them round. But that's why they got the little extensions on the blueprints, because that then just tells you where to connect everything up, and I usually just stack them up the planet, basically. As I keep saying usually, like I've done it a million times, but I've done it like twice. Okay. So we're finally getting blue motor. Oh, supermagnetic rings made. And they are flying away. Okay. In that case, we need to make particle accelerators. Or particle containers, rather. Which are green motors, copper, and graphite. Or graphene, rather. Green motors. Now, have you got... Oh, you've got 4 in. Okay. You don't need 100 in. Right. I don't think graphene, or graphite, or graphene, whichever it is. Oh yeah, this is because of... I've not got the production of these guys, have I? Yeah. Organic crystals. Oh wow, one machine is running, okay. Oh. I'm gonna have to adjust my levels because that's really I don't know if it's too loud on the stream. So now streamer best get my right, crikey. Nice to meet you and best of luck. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for the follow. It's very kind. Hope you keep having fun with Dyson Sphere Program. It's a really, really great game. Yeah, I hope you manage to, build yourself a Dyson Sphere. So why is that? Oh, it's an oil problem, is it? Why is that stacked but the other one is empty? Oh. Oh, we are hydrogened out. Or hydrogened up. Or stuffed with hydrogen. Okay. Okay. I mean, now that I'm making this, should I just get rid of this? I think I was going to put some burners on the hydrogen is the thing. So what I could do, I guess, is if we've got a splitter and put the hydrogen in here. Or should I just burn it? Could just burn it, couldn't I? We have it be on the end. Because we're a bit low on power anyway. So have it just coming out here, say. Yeah. There. And then literally just... have it burn the excess. Because I probably should be turning it into deuterium as well, but I'm not sure I've got the power to support that. To put that there. In fact, I seem to remember you can't actually get... You have to have multiple inserters, don't you, to get... Because it burns it so quickly. Not quick enough. So we need some more of them. Let's put... Have you built them for me? Where are they? There you go. Okay. So that'll at least get some of the hydrogen burnt off, but I probably need a bit more of a permanent solution for that. Yeah, because it's the hydrogen that's the problem, isn't it? Yeah, so if we stick it in here as well. Let's just have it go in there. Because is this prioritised? I think this is prioritised. Come on. Let me select it. No. There. Yeah, so it's prioritised to send it this way. So I think we're emptying them all out now. Okay. Why are you... Oh, of course it's the yellow that's the real problem. And I don't think I've got enough to support the number of labs I've got down anyway. But we're only just making a few organics. And we lack... Okay, we're getting a few more plastic in now. Good, good. Get a bit more oil coming this way. That's better. Because this is our graphene. This is the only graphene production I've got. Oh, where's it going? Where is it going? Oh, it's going into there. Why is it going into there? I guess because I was gonna... Is this bringing in graphene? Because that's not bringing in graphene. It's... Maybe that's why. Oh, I bet I'm using it in one of the motors, am I, or something like that? But it's already in the system, is the basic point, and I didn't realise it was. Okay, so all we need to do is the actual machine making the setup for the actual particle containers. Okay, that's cool. And they need green motors, don't they, as well? Okay. So if we perhaps build it here. I was going to do it. I don't. I've set it so it's invisible, but I don't really like it. Look at how it looks when you do that spotty thing, and I wasn't going to do it, but it's just so expensive with the landfill. Right. I haven't got a blueprint, have I? That's the point. No. Okay. Okay. I didn't really. I'm not really. I'm a bit of a. I do this as a hobby, and so I haven't really done a. I mean, I don't have like a raid video or anything. I guess you've all probably drifted away, but I mostly stream Factoria. That's sort of my main thing, because it's my favourite game of all time, Factoria. And I've done several different series. Currently, I'm playing through Bob's. I've never really, despite having 3,000 hours, I've never really tackled the sort of overhaul mods. So I did, well, a good long while ago I tried to play Crash Storio 2, which is the one everyone recommends as the starting point. And didn't really get on with it when I played it the first time. I think probably it needs to be an interplanetary, doesn't it? So I've got room for yeah, I sort of found it too fiddly and annoying, basically. But then I sort of came back to it a little while ago and really enjoyed it. I think it's partly because I set the biters on, you know, like, well, I ended up messing the biters up. Basically, they didn't work properly because of how I'd done things. But green motors. So what are the ratios on this? So it's 2:2:2. So if we want, say, 1,000, we order in 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. But these, we don't want it sending them out, but we do want it bring them in. Yeah, and I finished that and so I enjoyed that. So I've moved on to Bob's. So I'm currently playing through Bob's mods, just Bob's. So I'm not doing Angels as well. I'm kind of realising. I mean, I wasn't under any illusion that it was complicated, but I'm kind of getting to a point where I'm realising, because it's all of Bob's, I'm not doing, you know, bits and pieces of it. So it's everything. I'm kind of realising it is very complicated. It's going to take me a while, I think, because I'm not the quickest player. Full stop. I put that in the wrong place, haven't I? Put that there. And yeah, I think it's going to take me a while. What am I trying to make? Pink containers, which is just 2:2:2. Okay. Maybe then. I like this feature as well. Flip whole path. That's a great little quality of life thing. Maybe if we haven't going back that way, we can have, yeah, so we have the, say, the graphene, and this can be green motors, say, because it's quite slow, I think, aren't they? And then that's copper. Yeah, 4 seconds. Okay, so should be okay with over 1. Smashing. So if they take 4 seconds each, let's just do 4 machines and give it a tab so we can put a power pole in. Get some power there. Let's even up these lines. Cool. Pink motors, or pink whatever they call, particle Ujima flips. Cool. Oh, and apologies, it's probably, I tend not to have myself, because I do this weird thing of looking at oh, it's not too bad. If you see my green screen, it's because there's like sunlight shining on it and it goes really weird as the sun comes in and out. It's because I haven't got curtains in this room. I only moved in the flat about 6 months ago. But yes, I was saying I'm mostly a Factorio streamer and I'm playing through Bob's. But I've got a couple of other series on the go. One where I'm doing what I'm calling Aesthetic Factorio, where I'm trying to build. I've got all sorts of minor mods on, you know, like Dectorio and things like that. I'm building these really, what I think are awesome looking factories, or as awesome as you can get in Factorio anyway, because it's a bit of a, you know, that diesel punk aesthetic is not to everyone's taste, but I think I might do a direct feed of these as well. But yeah, so I'm attempting to build I say these aesthetic factories. It's proving a lot of fun, but it's a massive job. I've bitten off a bit more than is sensible, really, because it's also sort of a mega base. Trying to build it like it could build 1,000 science a minute, but I'm not. You know, you have like the 8, 10, 12 beacon designs. I don't think they look particularly good. They're all a bit boring. So I'm minimising beacons, which I say makes it quite a task, really. Okay, have you got any? You've got a bunch of bots in, but we've not got the motors. And why not? Because these are quite low on bots. In fact, actually, let's just split that and split that. Put them in there. And put them in there. So gears. That's got plenty of gears. In fact, why is that not? Ah, it's not set. That should be bumping them out of there. Have we got any? Okay, so it's moving them about. So let's go and see if we can't build a few planetary and interplanetaries. I've just flown off in a random direction, I've not. Ah, there we go. Right. So it's bringing 66 in. So it's not made a single one. Are we out of power again? We are. We're way out. I need to get some deuterium on the go, don't I? I mean, how many of them, in theory, am I actually asking it to build? Because is there really a point having 2 machines? So if I'm saying 10 seconds, I would want 20 every 10 seconds. Every 10 seconds. They take 4 seconds each to build. And I would want 2 a second, so I would need 8 machines building them, so I'd need double what I've got over there anyway, which I can't really sustain with the basic materials. I don't think I'm making enough copper and stuff. Oh well, we'll leave it set up in the thought that maybe at some point in the dim and distant future we'll be able to provide all of that. But for now, here come the pink ones. Oh, it's actually making one. But then I bet they're going straight into that, aren't they? Okay. Let's just get rid of that machine. And yeah. So this one's got like priority, essentially, in production. So it'll make the planetaries first. And then these ones will get made as a secondary thing. And these... yeah, okay, let's go with that. Yeah. What are you bringing in? Okay. And I guess I could go and blueprint that, because I mean, we've got lots of drones, and this is still making planetaries and interplanetaries. In fact, it's full now, isn't it? So we could go and set up some of our other planets. Go and exploit them. Okay. So 2 options. I could do deuterium, some fractionation, because that's way more efficient fuel-wise. But it requires blue motors and the, you know, alloy stuff and actual deuterium. In fact, have I even done that research? I don't think I have I? But can't I use the other one? Fractionators. Yeah, there we go. So we could set up some fractionators to make some deuterium. Let's have a look at my blueprint that does. So it's got solar panels in it. Oh, and it's blue belt, is it? Okay. So a pole would be. So they've both got 135. So that'd be 270 to set up one planet. And I've got 2 planets. Okay. I'm making solar panels, but they've literally just been sat in a box, and there's 50 of them. Okay. Let's go and see if we can set up Chew 2, which I've not even touched yet. Let me think what I would need to take with me. So first of all, I need to get rid of this junk. Oops. Like that. And let's put that hydrogen away. Let's, oops, top up there. Now, there's no point taking them. I'll leave the splitters as well, and those, and that. And I'll put that in there. I guess I don't need oil stuff, do I? Because the other planet won't have oil on it. Okay, let's go and get some basics. Why did I do that? That was silly. And grab them. And then. Yeah, I don't suppose it's got any motors in. And lots of belt, please. Always lots of belt. Weirdly low on iron. What else? So, splitters. In fact, let's take a couple of stacks. Half stack of power poles. We've got loads of them. I quite like this as well, that you can get quite far into the game, you know, because we're way over halfway through the tech tree. And I haven't even like built a level 2 machine yet. Right, so let's take even more of them, because I want to set up the planet properly, really. So no chemical stuff. There's no steel in there, is there? Stone, though. Do I need stone? Probably not, but let's just grab it anyway. Glass. Prisms? Oh, I got them already. I don't think Chew 2 has got thermal, has got coal on it. Because Chew 3 did. Choose the home system, by the way. I'm not just saying random, completely random words. Well, not at the moment anyway. How many more of these have we got? That's all fine. I suppose this might have some... Okay. I guess the only way of hooking the two systems together is by literally feeding them in with belts. There doesn't seem to be an interaction between the two that I'm aware of. Unless maybe it's an upgrade somewhere along the line. Yeah, I haven't got any green motors at all, have I? Got any in here? Yeah. What about regular motors? Have you got any here? No. It's quite fun, this system, though, and I think it's going to be quite good to come up with, or quite fun to come up with blueprints for these as a sort of mid-game thing. It does kind of let you unlock them a bit quickly, though. They're quite close to planetary logistics, which feels like maybe there should be a bit more of a step between the two. Let's just clear out that. Okay. So if I grab some carbon, just to make sure I don't run out. And maybe grab another stack of hydrogen. What else might I need? Oh, well, we know it's blue level belt on the thing, but I can just downgrade it. How many interplanetaries is there in that? I can never remember. Oops, I can never remember which is the in and out. It says 8. Oh, it's got the energy. Oh, of course, because it's got batteries in it. This might not be all that useful then. But yeah, 16 in theory. Have I got 16? No, I've got 30. Okay. Let's see if I can get 3 more. So I might as well take them anyway. Has it made any over here? Oh yeah, 5. Cool. I'll have them then. Huh, bit surprised by that. Okay. Where are we going? We are going to... Oh, we're on Chew 2. What's Chew 1 then? Oh, Chew 1's the gas giant, of course. So it's Chew 3 that I've not done. Huh. I suppose that does make sense, but... I mean, we're technically a moon, aren't we? To the gas giant? Whatever. Okay. Yeah, because that's a moon. Is that the... Is that the only moon? I don't ever seem to recall there being a planet around a gas giant in other systems. How are we doing? Nearly there? Because this is just completely barren. I think it's just one of these, like, you know, flat lumps basically of a planet, which is cool for building. Oh, right, we got veins up here. Because what I would normally, or what I've usually been doing when I do new planets. Oh, at the South Pole. Yeah, right. Okay. Is colouring it using coloured concrete basically, so. Because that helps me orientate when I'm flying about. So I would go with that type of thing. I pick the blue and then basically sort of fill it in, all flat and blue. But we're going to have to hide this anyway, so we want to do the veins berry, don't we? Oh! Use the mineral burial function to at least 20 veins. Okay. It's popping these because they introduced in achievements, like between when I last played, basically. So I haven't, you know, it's not given me any, even though I've done like half of them. Right, so we're at the South Pole. So I'll try and put this down, and I'll try and get it right, but I always get it wrong. Because it's to do with the what do you call them? Wind turbines, basically. So if I pop, yeah, what we're doing. Forgot about that. Build wind turbines on a planet with no atmosphere. Oh dear. Okay. I didn't know there was no atmosphere. Okay. So they're pointless. So this is a bad idea. Oh. Full stop, isn't it? Because I've got like 50 solar panels. And this planet doesn't have any coal. So until I've really got the batteries up and running, I can't really support this, you know, this whole blueprint basically. So we might as well just get rid of it then, and I'll kind of come back to it. Is that all the bits now? I think that's all of those, so we'll get rid of these as well. They have all like requests set up in them and stuff. It's more of a late game thing, really. Okay. So that's rubbish. I can't do that. But what I can do is it's got very little iron and copper on it. That's what we really need. Yeah, well, what I can do is just set up some logistics ones without powering the actual logistics station, and just sort of make iron and, you know, steel and copper and stuff, and then maybe do, you know, cogs and those sorts of things. Yeah, okay. Five, 6. That'll do. And I then want to build where's my iron one? There we go. This Just put it there, I think. Give or take. No, let's put it there. Just feed these in. Oh, I was saying on my stream yesterday that I think I'm going to do something with NO 1800. I'm quite a big fan of NO 1800. I think it's one of the best of the NO series. And they've announced they're introducing like a creative mode, because although I love it, I'm the world's slowest NO player. So the idea would be to get rid of this, I guess. And maybe take that out as well. And then I can just put some... Yeah. Just put some solar panels down to power these. I don't know how many I need. But yeah, so I'll probably be doing something, because it's not happening until April. That update. Is that enough? I mean, that one's not powered. £12 that's demanding. And that's producing up to 180. Okay. Huh. So it doesn't look like that it needs that many solar panels or two at all. Right, yeah, and then let's get some power on these. Yes, but I say that'll be happening in April, I suspect. But I say, although I love the game, I'm like the world's slowest NO player. Just everything really, really slow. Why are you saying that that's not enough if it was 180? Did you lie to me, game? Did you lie to me? Interesting exercise, actually. How many solar panels does it take to power this? A lot more than this. Clearly. Still orange. Why is that orange then? And why is that up? Need to put the power pole on. Wait, are they all connected? Yeah, they are. So, nearly there. 90%, okay. Let's put a row on there then. Oh. Is that enough? That's enough, okay. So that is, well, I came with 100. Oh no, I didn't, did I? I didn't have 100. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 10, 12, 14, 15. It's slightly over, so we could get rid of, say, that one. Maybe that one and that one. So it's still slightly over. Maybe get rid of them. Yep. So that's then 4, 8. Oh no, that's 5 there, isn't it? 2, 4, 5. That's not far off. Can I get rid of those? It's almost perfect. So it's 3, 6, 9. Oh, just cresting over what it's producing. But then I guess it's changing as the planet rotates, isn't it? But 3, 6, 9, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 20, 25-ish basically. Okay, so I could set up one more production thing. Okay. So let's go and grab that copper then. Because that's what I'm saying. So basically, the blueprints I've set up, you know, I mean, this is identical to this one. It's just I've set the recipes. So I think a better way of doing it would be just to have this arrangement and just set the recipes each time. Because, you know, and have one for titanium that's like, you know, sort of twice as big or whatever. But it would also then cover silicon as well, rather than having completely separate recipes like I've done. I put that there, and it's right in the way. Some absolute biff. Come on. Yes. Right, let's put the actual miners on first then. Yeah, I think it's probably a better way of doing blueprints, especially, you know. I mean, maybe there's a halfway house where it's like you've got a set that you use fairly early that do have all the recipes set, and then once you get a bit more established, you can just have more generic ones. Okay, so if that's going to be the middle. Cooper, so if that's the middle one, put it there. Right. Awesome. Okay, let's have a check of my power situation. Okay, so it's about 25, wasn't it? So 3, 6, 3, 6, that's 12, 3, 6, 3, 6. Of course, it's not going to do anything because it's middle of the night, but I'll probably find this is a tidally locked planet, and so it's not ever going to get any power, but there you go. But I also want to get rid of that, 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 there, there. Okay. And then what I'm thinking is we just put an interplanetary one sort of in the middle and just kind of feed these in. This is, I mean, I'm just doing this mainly because I flew over here, because I can't really properly exploit this planet as it turns out. So we need to go over to Chew, whatever it is, 4 or 5 or 7 or 10 or whatever, and use that one to get resources. But while we're here, let's just build some stuff. Oh, hello, Chinua. How are you doing? You been streaming? I didn't see you were streaming earlier. We're going live in a bit. Doing good? Good. You too? Yeah, not too bad. Currently in Australia, okay. How's your SpaceX playthrough going? Is it SpaceX you're doing? I'm sure you're doing one of the big mods. Bit tired, not feeling like going live today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, so is this... I mean, the sun's hopefully coming round. We will have to check. I don't think it's tidally locked. Yeah, let's see if it comes round. Yeah, just kicking in. Yeah, cool. How have you been finding it? I say I was... I've just started my... a few weeks ago, started a Bob's playthrough. Having not actually played Bob's before. And I've been watching Zistu on YouTube. He's quite like his videos, and it looks staggeringly complicated, like as in just ridiculous amounts of stuff, and like levels of stuff. You know, like looks like the science. You build the whole setup for building like level 1 science, and then it all basically becomes redundant once you get level 2 science, sort of thing. Should I connect these together? Might as well, I guess. So yeah, so idea would be that this is just a supply thing, so we're not actually going to power this. It's just going to be a place for it to send stuff. Why is this not working at all? Because I did not set the output. And I've also not done it in the middle, which is not right at all. There we go. Yes, and that is what makes me like it. This is a piece of cake compared to... Yeah, I mean, base Factorio is a piece of cake compared to it, isn't it? It sort of takes that whole... Although I understand the likes of C-Block and stuff are even more, or Pyanodons, they're even more, you know, extreme like that. But yeah, it's kind of what it's about, isn't it? It looks like it gives you lots of tools for sort of managing it, as it were, though. Why are you still not powered? Oh, this is just unacceptable. Right. That even doesn't even power it. Oh, that's annoying. Because I put it... Is that going to be too close? You're not powered, are you? Power off, cannot charge. Okay. That's okay then. Yeah. Is this all fully powered though? I wonder why it's powered it. I guess it might be because of the... No, that wouldn't make sense, because that's... I just think it might be an equator thing, but... don't know. Okay, so, in theory, this will be able to supply stuff, because you don't have to power them if you're just like supplying... It's only if they've got drones in them, basically. And the other ones will just come and pick it up. So if we head back to home planet... In fact, I could leave a box, couldn't I, with some useful stuff here. If I'm going to go back home. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's also work out which way I need to go. Which would be this way. Think I'm going south? Yeah. Right, let's dump a box here. Hold several. And stick some useful things in. But we will have to come back to this particular planet. And maybe I'll just, well, I don't know, about 10. Let's put a few here. maybe some drones as well. Bit of carbon, just in case I manage to run out of fuel, because that's the type of thing I like to do. Maybe stone, steel. So just leave a smattering of goodies. In fact, I might put... no. Let's just whack them in a box, basically. What was I doing? Inserters. Boxes. All the good stuff. All the good stuff. And then we'll put some... oh, there's no point putting them in, is there? Because it doesn't have any wind here. Doesn't have any wind here. Maybe leave some of these as well. And not put any of them in. Power bars? I don't think you only put any power bars on, do I? Just one of those, so that we can emergency power ourselves. That'll do. Right, now let's head home. Now, where are we going? Oops. Here. Okay. Not got any power. Right, let's try that again then, because whatever it is, 4, 5, 4, 7, 2, 9. This one here, that one has got wind, and it's got lots of iron, so we could set up, not very much copper though, you see, that's the point. But we could set up, you know, motor production and things like that, I think, here, on there. Take some of the burden of that off of the home planet. Ship it in rather than make it locally. I don't think I've got the research yet, have I? No. Oh. I wonder what that means. Mining planned and not planned yet. Does that mean blueprints you put down? Mining planned. Oh. Oh, that tells you how much you've actually exploited, because we got 896 in total. And 402 of it I've obviously put miners on. And 493 I've not put miners on. Ah. I wonder how long that's been there. They've introduced some great quality of life stuff, I must say. So that belt jumping thing and the belt flipping are really good. Bang. Okay. Now, where are over here? Okay. Right, let's go and stock up again, if I can get that far. Okay. Yeah, might be more sensible to go with looking at the deuterium, because I'm clearly not producing enough power. Obviously I could mine, mine coal and all that sort of stuff, but I'm also not doing proliferation, so I don't want to use too much of the coal. Right, let's get stocked up again. And go over to the other planet. And that'll probably be it for today. Get some belts. What else have I missed? Iron, did I put? Yeah. Some iron. Some copper. Inserters. Yep. Power poles. Boxes. I got 29. Now, sorry, we know Chew has, but then I've kind of put lots of, I've put a load of wind turbines on it already. I do wish you could filter the slots on boxes, unless that's no. Right, because I am very low. Miners, I think I have left most of them there. Okay. What else? Stone. I think I left most of this on the other planet, didn't I? Didn't leave burners there, but we know it doesn't have any coal, so right, so we got quite a few more solar panels. I think I might just increase that quite a bit actually. Right. Okay, so that's all the basic stuff. Now what have you got for me? Couple of them. Oh, it won't let you do that in this one. Okay, put in there. Some more of them. Now have you got? Oh, you have. Green motors as well. What about blues? Yeah, lovely. Have you got any engines though? No, you've not got any engines, have you? Yeah. Okay. Right, let's go get some drones. Wonder how many this has made. 15 and 22, that's not bad. That's not bad. Considering how starved it is. But let us grab lots of them. Bunch of them. 24 more. Round it off. No, that's 23. That's 24. And then we want 101. I could order these up, couldn't I now, I guess? Oh no, I haven't put them in the interplanetary, have I? Well, that's 100. And that's 1. Okay. Right. Let's go to chew whatever it is. But first we need some fuel. Okay, which is over here, I think. Is it? I tell you, pins. You need pins to be able to pin where you've built stuff. That's what you need. Let's just get some hydrogen. And not sure there is much spare carbon now. I think I'm mostly turning it into, or mostly burning it, because I don't know that, yeah, we're way over what we're actually producing. Anyway, we've got lots of hydrogen, so that'll do. That'll do. Let's just have a look at... Yeah, it's purple, isn't it, for level 3? So what would I need to research to get to purple? Where is purple? Have I already unlocked it? Oh, I have. Oh. But then I need... Well, I mean, I'm making processors, but I would need the fibre optic thing. And well, a little bit of plastic production, but I'm not doing any crystal silicon or whatever it calls them, carbon nanotubes. I mean, those would certainly be fairly easy to do. And that's just, you know, re-smelt your silicon. Okay, let's see if we can set that up on Chew 4. Tier 2 miners, don't think so, no. Possibly. But don't you need one of the exotic materials to make them? Can't remember where it puts them. Aren't they up here somewhere? Quantum... Vertical... Isn't it? Is it that one? No, that's the level 2 production, isn't it? Artificial star... Wait, I'm not... I have. I've flown... No, I haven't. Yes, I have. I've flown straight past it. Brilliant. No, I think I haven't got those because you need the one of the weird materials. Anyway, bang. And I've not unlocked warpers yet. Where are they? Those are in, isn't it? Because that's your level 2 smelters. I thought it was part of this research. Oh, there you go. Photon spotlight mining technology. And you need the purple ones. Purple crystal ones. But no, I'm not up that far. And that one needs the square block things. Are they monopoles or something? And then your level 3 is normal stuff, but yeah, I've not even made a level 2 assembly yet. Yes. Cool. Right. Let's see where everything is. Because this I could tear up basically and put in my thing, but I say it's not really. I think I need like an intermediate one where it's just a couple of interplanetary ones that I can then sort of upgrade. Okay, anyway, let's go and just grind out some mining in the last 15 minutes or so. Not that one. I've just flown straight past the iron. Do I have... No, I think all of my lower level stuff is it planetary, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Right. I can't get some on here. On there. I mean, I wasn't actually... I mean, I kind of ended up playing this because I've been doing my aesthetic series and my blueprint series, and I got a bit... I don't know about bored of them, but I needed to do something different because I was basically streaming nothing but Factorio and for quite a long time, and some very big and complicated series, and I just needed a bit of a, I guess, a break in a sense. Not really a break, but just to play something different for a while. And I was actually only really intending to come back to this streaming once they did the combat update. But they did a blog post saying that basically some of the devs had got COVID and others had had children basically. So I think the combat update is not coming really, because I'd sort of anticipated it when it was the Chinese New Year. I thought that's when they were probably targeting to get maybe a beta version of it out, sort of thing, or something like that, or the first step. But I think it's probably not coming till end of the year maybe. That's fairly ugly, so let's try redoing that. Oh, I don't like that, it's not very attractive. There we go, that's a bit better. Cool. So yeah, that had been my plan, but I was like, well, I really like the game, and it's been quite a while since I played and quite a while since I streamed. So let's just do a playthrough. I don't know if anyone's done any overhaul mods on this yet. I don't know how moddable it is. I think they are planning on mod support. So is that... No, it's not enough power, is it? Okay. Yes, I'm waiting for that too. Hope it all good. The latest games I have been looking for have been quite a disappointment. Ixion is just a disaster. Ghost 2 is not really finished. Looks like an open beta. Yeah, I saw the reviews on that. It looks like it's taken an absolute pasting, hasn't it? In the reviews, because it's always a difficult one. Because I mean, it looks to me like Kerbal 2 is basically just Kerbal 1, but with, like almost with a coat of paint. It didn't. I mean, what else would you do that wasn't in Kerbal 1 already, sort of thing? So you always get that slight difficulty of I mean, I don't think it hasn't come out in early access, so that they shouldn't have done that, you know, fundamentally. But yeah, it's that thing of, you know, you release the sequel, and actually people expect it to have more stuff in it than the first game. But actually, you're just, you know, basically rebuilding the first game. But yeah, also, I mean, I'd heard Ixion was a you know, a bit of a, you know, not very good type of thing. But I haven't really read any reviews of it. I don't know sort of what the problems are with it. Because it looks really good, but as in, you know, the graphics wise sort of thing. Right, can we find another iron patch? Well, there's copper up there. Let's see if we can't mine that out really quickly. Yeah, so there's nothing really. They have completely reprogrammed the game, so had to do all from scratch. So now they're at the stage more or less of the first game. Yeah, there was also, it's also a bit dodgy. I'm not going to buy it because my understanding, unless it's like changed or whatever, but the original devs, basically the publishers essentially stolen it off them. I mean, not really, because I'm sure they signed a deal that, you know, probably said that, but it all sounded a bit unethical. But I may have misunderstood or what have you. But I mean, to be honest, I literally only played Kerbal a little bit. Basically, I've not really played it a lot. Hopefully that'll chug through quite quickly. If I put the... Let's do it down here. But yeah, they sort of gave it to a different development house, didn't they? Basically. Which all sounded a bit off. Well, that's where the water is, so I don't want to put it there. Ixion does not run on my PC. Oh, right. Got constant crashes and the game has been some staggering bugs. Keep on losing, although I'm doing all right. Oh, really? Is that like a known thing then? Because it sounded like it was fairly big budget. Maybe I just got the wrong impression, but you know, some games do come out. Oh, you know, they've got, you know, it's a tiny little dev team that, you know, is sort of botching it together. But it seemed like it was quite a high budget game. You know, well, with some money behind it anyway. Maybe they focus more on the graphics and the gameplay. Cool. I think we're getting into a period where, and maybe I'm just, you know, projecting it in a sense, but I think it's like the COVID hangover in a sense, because I think a lot of the games that are, you know, were quite badly impacted by COVID and the, you know, sort of delays associated with that. Because I was saying earlier on, you know, used to be quite a big Company of Heroes 1 player. Not so much 2. I didn't really quite get on with 2, but Company of Heroes 3 has come out, and they've tried to do a Total War job on it and make it have this campaign map, and apparently it's awful. It's like completely pointless. It just does nothing basically. So I put 25 into that. Okay. Although apparently the actual sort of RTS side of it is there, but that I was saying that it had a massive delay. It was like a really long delay, which kind of implies that, you know, maybe they got to a point where you know, they almost realised that that part of it wasn't very good, and they tried to delay it to try and rework it. Because what happened, I mean, it's the same happened with Total War 3. Oh, crikey. I did not play it a lot too, but I stopped playing it because it started playing it quite late, and most of the game has been played over and over again. So I did not feel like streaming it, and told myself it's right for KSP 2, but that did not bring anything new. Alright. Known thing. There's a bug where you get kicked out into space for failing to keep your people happy. If happiness falls to 0, you lose. Oh, lose with happiness over 100. Okay. So that sounds like a Frostpunk type idea, where you sort of judge by your population. Happened 3 times, then stopped playing, even requested refunds, which I never got. Oh, really? Blimey. Let's look for the next patch. It's a shame that. I say it seemed to have quite a budget behind it for some reason, so it's a bit weird that it would be, you know, buggy in that way, if you see what I mean. How are we doing with fuel? I have not got very much, so where is this coal patch? Probably the best to describe the game and kind of... Oh, right, okay. Ah, these are empty. Cool. Cool. Get rid of all this then. Oops. You're going to be weird if I try and do that, aren't you? So let's connect across there. No! No! That's wrong. Why did you do that? Connect to that. No. What you? Oh, it's what? There we go. Ooh, strong metal. So is the titanium one empty as well? Yes, excellent. But yeah, so I mean, you know, Company of Heroes 3 being biff. I mean, Total War, Warhammer 3. They. I mean, it's kind of great that the Immortal Empires campaign is so good, because I don't know. They seem to crack it with Total War, Warhammer 2. It seemed to be a really good campaign in that, and they kind of dropped the ball with 3. It's just not. I don't know. It's just it's got the wrong emphasis to it, and you sort of end up... Right, there's me coal. You end up being sort of pushed towards... Well, the whole thing with a Total War game is it's all about like conquering the map, basically, or getting, you know, all of the allies on board and that sort of thing. And the campaign that they came up with, it just doesn't work from that point of view. It, you know... It's the number one. The campaign in number 1 was better because it was like you had the chaos thing happen, but basically it was just about conquering the map. Okay, I'm going the wrong direction. And 3, it was just they just tried to get too complicated with it, too over. But anyway, the point what I was sort of saying was that they basically overhauled it. You know, quite significantly. You know, to the sort of extent where you're like, well, you know, they clearly went back to the drawing board type level of stuff. And I say it makes me wonder if, because that had a really long delay on it as well, and it just made me wonder if perhaps they're almost coming up with the new plan during that period, so they just finished it off to get it out and, you know, get some sales basically. But they were actually completely reworking it. And I say, I wonder if that's going to happen with Company of Heroes 3 as well. That in a couple of months there'll be a big fanfare of a completely reworked campaign. That kind of takes on board the whole it's not very fun. Let's put that there. something else that was a bit so because I play all sorts, but there was that I was talking about it yesterday, that Atom Punk, no, what's it called, Atomic Heart came out, and it's bizarre. I just don't. Apparently it does. It's not obvious in the menu. Apparently you can get it so that it's in Russian, like audio with English subtitles. It doesn't make that clear in the menus, so I don't know how people have got that to work. But the voice acting is atrocious, but the script is, the writing is just like atrocious. And I was saying yesterday, it was like, I used to be a bit of a fan of the old 70s kung fu films, the Bruce Lee and all that sort of stuff. And they always had the most abysmal dubs on it. And like comically, like not deliberately funny, but the dubs were just laughably bad. And this is like the same, and it's almost like they've deliberately tried to do that. But I can't believe that they would actually do that. It just it doesn't, because it doesn't make any sense in context. It's not like, excuse me, why does that make sense for a Russian set game? It's just nonsensical. But yeah, apparently you can get the Russian audio. And why have I got 2 of those? Oh, I have got crystal silicon. Ah, okay. Huh. But yeah, also, but more importantly, what's more problematic about it is just, I say, the dialogue is just abysmal. It's like almost, I say, like it's trying to parody it. I wonder why I'm doing that like that. I guess I was trying to get double the flow going on. That don't really make a lot of sense, does it? I'm basically taking it out of here and putting it in here. For like no particular reason. I guess it was just because the drones start off very small amounts travelled, but that doesn't make a lot of sense at all. Where the heck is that silicon crystal product? Oh, here. Okay. Huh. Oh, it's 6:05. Right. In that case, we will call it a day, I think. Let's just have a look. So, now that I know you can do this, okay, so we've got all the copper, but we're obviously missing a couple of big iron patches. Where are those then? Because I've mined that one. So where's that then? Oh, here we go. So that's one of them. This is quite useful, this. It's probably been there from the very beginning of the game, and I just never knew. That's mined. Where's the other one? Is that a different one? Oh, right, there's one there, isn't there? So we've got one there and one there. Okay. Let's go and stand by one of them. And maybe I'll remember. Okay. Cool. Right. Let's pop my schedule up. So that's it for today and for the weekend. And after that, pop that on there. So I will be back next week with some more bobs on. Just save the game or I'll forget. Cool. Yes, so some more Bobs on Saturday. I'm trying to play that like before the next stream, so that I can just set up all those walls I was setting up, and also that the big sort of bus linkage to the production area. So I kind of realised that I should have set that going during yesterday's stream, because it's going to take ages for it to just lay down all that landfill. So I'll get it doing all that basically before the next stream. So when we pick up Bob's next time, I should be making the more interesting materials and actually starting the bus, which is what I was hoping to do yesterday. And then more Dyson Sphere Program on Sunday, and it'll just be continuing. More production, more stuff. Now that we got a build for planetary logistics, we need to get more of the basics like being produced in bigger volume. Motors and green engines, blue engines, particle containers, all that sort of stuff, so that we can make the more exotic stuff, make the more exotic materials, buildings rather, much more volume. Maybe try and outsource to this planet the motors, so that I'm not draining all the power on the main planet. I also what I should probably do is set up proliferation, because I've kind of been avoiding that, but I find it a bit annoying to set it all up with the various machines, but yeah. So that's it. So I guess the only other thing to just mention is I have a YouTube channel. If you're interested in that, I recently put my blueprint library that I've been building as a text file to download on the community tab on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in Factorio blueprints, and you've seen me using them, my set, they're available on there. They're not finished, so they do have errors and problems in them, but they're not far off. And if you can fix the errors, then they'll certainly take you to rocket launch if you've never done that before. Yes, but otherwise, as I say, I've got a YouTube channel. It's got all of my VODs for all of my series on. My YouTube, my various Factorio playthroughs, several Dyson Sphere Program playthroughs, Satisfactory before I got annoyed at it, so load of Factorio series, including Bob's. So yes, so if you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it, and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismagist. Actually, unless everyone's gone already, people normally disappear. If there's anyone there, I could do a raid for someone who's doing DSP. Cool. Over we go then. Thanks for watching. Cheers.